orders are as follows. Good morning, cadets, and welcome back to our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, where we are in camp. Not exactly a long rest this time, because I kind of forgot that every companion is gonna have a bit of comment regarding what happened with Shadowheart's quest and all that, which means I only did the mirror for Lae'zel, which I decided actually to bump her to 22, because 16 constitution could have bumped it to 18, a bit more health, but I think she's okay. And
Yes.
Gale the same. He's gonna be having the 12 wisdom. So I'm thinking, if I'm using the mirror, if for example,
I wonder what the next move is.
as it was for me and Shadowheart, if I was to give or get something, I would bump the wisdom, because wisdom is 10, and apparently I'm like proficient. Charisma and wisdom is like the main stats for my character. So if it's like 10, I would bump it to, I gave it like +2 more. If it's like 16 like Lae'zel, then I'm gonna bump the main stat. That's why I went for strength over here. So yeah, for now we're gonna go around and have a conversation with the characters, see what they have to say, and then of course I'm gonna have to employ a jump cut, because I'm gonna have to take all the characters at the mirror. And yes, I know this is not seen as fair. I am gonna save scum off screen until I gave at least the rest of the characters the stats that I want to give them, which leaves then myself and Shadowheart not having the stats changed around. And I think I'm gonna see you. I wanted to say in the long rest, so I'll see you back in camp again, but this time it's gonna be a long rest. But maybe I'll see with Nocturne if she has something to say as well. So I'll see you after we have the conversation with the companions. I'll see you back in the House of Grief, see if Nocturne has something to say, if Viconia is still around, I don't know, if she has something to say, and then we'll do the long rest, because I need to do the long rest, because I won't have enough remove curse available for everybody. And potentially I'll do like 2 long rests, so I have everything, all spell slots available and whatnot. But for now, let's start with Astarion.
Shadowheart's parents are at peace. And so she, it seems.
Okay, anything else you have to say?
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Alright, I'll do the double check until I get something he's saying all the time, if he has nothing else to say. Karlach?
I'm so glad Shadowheart's ordeal is over. It'll be a long time before she'll come to terms with all this, but at least now she can start. Free of Shah.
Hopefully.
Hey!
And you know what? Let's have a
Yes.
let's have a bit of a smooch session with Karlach, because why not? Yay!
Thank you.
Oh. I was expecting her to say yay.
Best be on my way.
Lae'zel, we already...
Is some-
Okay. And actually, you know what, I'm gonna double check with Gale as well.
Go ahead. I'm.
Oh. Volo?
Whatever happens next, be sure that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
Right. Sure you will. I doubt readers has something to say.
Fate, dost thou require a new...
Okay, cool. Mizora, doubt it.
How? Come for a chat?
Nothing new. Shadowheart. Don't think so.
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious.
Oh, What about the memories that were taken from you?
Most are lost forever. Some may creep back into my mind if I encounter anything that helps clear the fog. Then there's what Shah did restore to me. Memories of pain, suffering, both my own and what I inflicted. It's overwhelming. Like a lifetime's worth of nightmares unleashed all at once upon waking. I can barely untangle one moment from another, not that I even want to. I just know that my heart sinks if I let my thoughts wander to them.
So Shar did that for no other purpose but sheer spite?
Shah seeks to break people. To fill their lives with despair so that they will turn to her for relief. Perhaps she thought this would lead me back to her in time. But it won't. I fought too hard to win my freedom. I will not give it up again, no matter how much it hurts.
And what about us as the group? Do you still remember all we've been through?
Of course. From the first time I laid eyes on you right until now. That's all safe. I wouldn't surrender even a moment of it.
Well, I think they'll fade with time. They always do.
Perhaps. But in the meanwhile, I'll just have to find a way to live with them.
Okay, that's regarding the bad memories. I wonder if this is the conversation she said, like, give us a day or whatnot, or this is something
Almost
extra.
pleasant traveling with company.
Okay, Will, you still have the...
Shadowheart's memories will be a heavy load for her to carry. But her suffering is over, and so is her parents'. I hope she finds comfort in that.
In time, I would say.
Let's
in time.
talk.
Okay, nothing new. Halsin.
A cruel task fell to Shadowheart. But she did as her parents wished. She has my eternal respect. And I hope she soon finds peace. Oakfather preserve you.
Okay, that's about it. Jahira.
Ever will Shar try to twist bonds of love into chains of service. Shadowheart did not let her. I cannot presume to know her parents, or what they suffered. But I know that they were proud, in the end. Ask it.
Oh, did I ask about the amulet I found in your house?
Oh dear. Should I brace myself for some fashion advice? But I suppose you have earned better than glibness from me. It was a gift from my husband Khalid. He was a harper. A better one than me, truth be told. Any idiot can swing a sword, but to believe in the cause with the whole of your heart, a much trickier thing. He died. Alone, in pain, and far too young. Murdered by a mage who craved immortality. I'll not grant it by naming him in the same breath as my husband.
Oh. Don't think... Did I have this conversation with her? And I wonder if this is something from the earlier games. It's an 18. Come on. 15. Okay. I'm running out of inspiration. I'm not gonna risk it. Can you tell me about him?
I've never known a warrior to go so far out of his way to avoid a fight. Which meant the few he chose, most harpers swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was quiet to a fault. And when we were married, on an upturned cart in the rainy Dalelands, he stammered so much. I've never been sure if our vows actually counted.
You know what? He sounds like he had true strength in his own way.
Oh, I'm sure time and an aging mind has smoothed out a few of his flaws. But he was a good man. The songs make much of Khalid's meekness. The quiet little harper who had to keep a tight hold on his courage, but he had it when it counted. And more than that, he had compassion. When you live a harper's life, see all that a harper sees, that is by far the harder thing to hold on to. But a bard can tell you all the rest. As for all the things they cannot, well, I shall just have to keep those for myself.
All right. Yeah, I don't think we had
Yes?
a conversation.
Ask it.
Okay, now it's completely gone. Minsk.
Boo is overjoyed with our victory. Another den of evil vanquished, and an old foe defeated. Well, Viconio was a friend for a short time beforehand, but then a foe once more. Yes, Boo, a most wicked witch. The very mention of her name gives him nightmares to this day.
Oh? What did she do to him?
Boo and Minsk have traveled far and wide, and met many fine and not so fine people. It will surprise you to learn that even the wisest of friends do not always recognize Boo for what he is.
Miniature giant space hamster?
Exactly! The Drow was a cruel witch, but a clever one. She knew what Boo was right away, and she had never seen his like before. She wished to inspect his handsome magnificence, and so she did. One night, while he lay asleep, twitching his whiskers in happy dreams, she crept upon his tiny bedroll holding a knife as slim as a toothpick. She meant to spill his miniature guts and study them.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't kill her there and then.
I did not get the chance. Boo never sleeps deeply while evil is near. He sprang into action and almost blinded the witch. She had fled from her camp by morning, when Boo told me the whole tale over a breakfast of berries and nuts.
Damn. Now I wonder if I should have had Minsk with me. Huh.
What we did might feel an evil thing, I know. But if Minsk was not saved from the cult, was used to hurt those who only meant to help him, I think that ending Minsk might have been a way of saving Minsk too.
Is this related to the part that I knocked you out? That's been a while ago, man. The hell?
Make sure you are refreshed before we set out again, friend. The road to justice is paved with kicked buttocks. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Who is ready with the musings?
Oh, you and Karlak must have a lot in common.
Indeed. A berserker after my own heart. Though hers is made of hellish heat, and metal, and some manner of coin-operated device.
Well, Kotash sold her to Zerial. he has a lot to answer for.
That he does. And all of the questions that Minsk has to ask are of the pointed and painful kind. But for all his betrayings of Karlak, Gortash never for a moment bested her. Karlak remains Karlak. Even if all her parts were traded for tin and scrap, Minsk thinks this would still be so. And soon, Karlak will still be Karlak. But Karlak will also be cured.
I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right.
Minsk knows he is right, because Boo is in agreement. And hamsters have no need of hope.
Okay, if you say so.
You will grow to like Jahira's incense in time. Minsk is an open
Anything
book.
else?
Boo is...
No, okay. Oh, cool. So, I do have the headband with me. I set the intelligence to 17. And... Oh, I have the charisma one. Plus 2, up to 22. Now that I think about it, actually, if I would have managed on my character, yeah, maybe push it to 20, and then with this one it's gonna be 22. But yeah, we're fine. Okay, so I'm gonna keep Shadowheart in the party, so I'm gonna do 2 by 2 because Shadowheart has the guidance. That's the only thing. So let's... Sure, I'm gonna start with the Starian.
Yes. I would, but you have...
Gale. Take a rest. Karlak.
Soldier. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full.
And Lazel. And actually I'll probably keep the same party, or maybe I'll swap around after I do the mirror thing. That is, because I need to see where I'm gonna go afterwards. Could be Blade of Frontiers. What does that have? Passage door. I do have these ones. Don't have a lot of side quests actually left. Avenge the Iron Hands, save the Gondians, avenge the drowned. This could take quite a bit though. So I'm not sure about the Worm Ray. Right. Alright. I'm gonna see you back in the House of Grief after I've done everything with the mirror for the rest of the companions. So, see you in a couple of seconds. Alright, and actually, yeah, I did say we're gonna see you in the House of Grief, but I checked off screen. Nocturne didn't have anything else to say, and we're directly into the long rest. And I could have just jumped into the cutscene because there is a cutscene after I go to bed, but I want to take this time to point out what stats I swapped around. For example, for Astarion, funnily enough, he has dexterity and intelligence as like proficiency or marked up here, and I decided to bump his intelligence from 8 to 10. I already cleared the curse, and we're gonna need... Well, at least I'm gonna do 2 long rests because I still have to clear Minsk and I believe Halcyon. I'm not sure if one more party member that I need to clear the curse from them. So I'll want 2 long rests so I have all spell slots available. Although I could decide, for example, if I change the party around, let's say I don't take Gale because Gale has remove curse as well, and I'm not gonna use Gale for the next part. Depending, I'm gonna decide which part we're gonna do. Or Shadowheart, we'll see. But safely, I would say I'm gonna do 2 long rests just to be sure everybody is full up with the spell slots, and then I'll decide the team. So yeah, Asterion, he has intelligence 10, so he's just gonna have on the negative on strength checks, and intelligence is gonna be neutral. Karlak, we already know for Gale, we saw previously. She has intelligence and charisma to 8, but since that's not that important stats for her, I decided to put in strength the same as Lae'zel, so she's up to 22, so that's will be a lot more damage. Lae'zel we already know. I was about to say Volo, but we don't have Volo in the party. Right, this from Will is still not fixed, and I know they kind of released a new fix like a couple in these past few days. So actually I don't know if this is a bug or not. Maybe it's gonna disappear after I finish this part of the quest one way. I don't know if this is the last quest for him and that's it. We're done with Will. Anyway, I bumped his wisdom from 10 to 12. Again, as I mentioned, I'm gonna focus on the one that's highlighted over here, and if it's like 14, 16, then I'm gonna bump the one that's the main one. If it's like 10, I'm gonna bump the one that's 10. So he's still intelligence 8, that's fine. Halcyon, yeah, I need to clear the curse, so he's gonna be back to 8. It's gonna be the same intelligence 12, and that's gonna be the same with Jaheira. With Jaheira, she has the Khalid gifts, which is up to 21, so that's all good. Minsk, on the other hand, was an interesting one. This apparently has like 4 things highlighted: strength, dexterity, intelligence, and wisdom. And from all of these, intelligence was 8. So I decided to go for intelligence to negate the -1 on rolls on intelligence, but he's still gonna have the charisma rolls like -1. Although I think he has some resistance. Condition. So in a way, no, actually it's gonna be to 10. I forgot that he has stolen vigor. Never mind. So he's neutral or positive on the saving throw rolls. I was thinking maybe wisdom to push for him, but then I decided to leave it to push on the intel. So that's about it. So that will leave myself and Shadowheart. Shadowheart, from story purposes, yeah, you cannot change because she betrayed Shard and whatnot. Kind of makes sense that you can't change the stats for her. And as for myself, well, kind of fudged the rolls. So I guess I'll be the only one. And maybe I would have went with strength for myself, actually, to have everything negative. Everything neutral, actually, or positive, instead of wisdom, for example. Or maybe I would have went with charisma, and then I would have had 22 with birthright, because without this one I have 18. Yeah, would have been 22. Anyway, let's go to bed. And I don't know. That's a 20. I need 9 more. Need 2 enters. Perfect.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here to see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am.
Hmm. And who you are? You mean Genevieve?
That's a dead girl's name. I don't deserve it. I had to look up how it was spelled, for pity's sake. I had my family. For too short a moment. Now they're gone. By my hand.
Well, they're not truly gone. You remember the moon modes?
I remember. But they can't comfort me. They can't give me advice. They can't tell me what I was like as a little girl.
Ah, well, I'm gonna embrace her.
Sing a song of Baldur, who founded Baldur's Gate. Empire golden, built on trade, could not avert his fate. When three Doded assailed his fort, transformed he felt their thrust.
So then it's still Shadowheart. Sounds like you're not keen on Genevieve.
Shadowheart. She's as much a part of who I am as Genevieve. Can't just forget her. It's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me. Even better than before, perhaps. You can't cast a shadow without some light.
You know, in a way, I was kind of hoping she would choose not to sacrifice her parents, but again, in the end, it was her choice.
Evil hides and who seeks?
Oh, I don't need to use removed curse? Really? I thought I'm not angry about it, so that means I don't necessarily need to do another long rest. But it did not say it's lasting until long rest. It only said cursed. So I'm a bit confused about that.
Yes?
Right, anybody else have something to say?
How can I help?
Gale, nothing.
Hey!
A bit
Go
of
on.
smooching session with Kalak.
Yes.
Because why not? Very like that she goes, the fire goes blue.
It's a good old life, isn't it?
Is
No, nothing. Shadowheart?
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Do you have
Fine.
anything?
What's on your mind?
No, nothing new. Will,
Let's talk.
nothing.
Oakfather preserve you.
Alcin.
Yes?
Jahira, no. Minsk.
You will grow to like Jahira's inst.
Okay, the same. Now, if I... Nocturne should be gone. Yeah. She's out of here. Again, there's some food over here I can take, but... I have more than enough. I have like 2,500. I need to use it. It is kinda... It's kind of taking a bit of weight. Then I can clear all these guys if need be, but again, I'm okay with gold. So, I'm thinking... What was the map? Is there not a way for me to check other maps? Looks like no. So I believe was these ones, right? Avenge the drowned, save the Gondians. It was roughly in the same area. And I kinda wanna do those. Also, now that I think about it, I wonder if there were any people around here after a fight with Viconia and all that before I did a long rest. But yeah, let's see outside here. These guys might be hostile if they didn't leave. Yep, they are. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Right. Unfortunately, sure. Getting there Minsk. Who will be next? You. Okay, critical hit, frightened, which I believe... he just cannot move. Right. Can I not hit both? Yeah, okay. I need to select the target. Let's see, maybe I can probably take her out. Nice. Oh, okay, we have somebody outside as well. Just stay there, Minsk.
Another round.
Jakira. Course he miss. Why
nothing important is ever
wouldn't
easy.
you not miss? Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can take this guy out completely. Unfortunately, no.
Can't give up.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about these guys. So yeah. Oh, you don't have? Come on, you should have range or vision. Really? Okay. Hit this guy then. Okay, should be dashing. I was actually more curious about these guys that had their memory erased. I'm gonna be a bit more aggressive with spell slots or whatnot, if possible. Oh, that's a big area for the spike growth. No, right? Use arrow and another arrow of lightning.
What must be done? That was overkill, but sure.
I won't give in.
Is it that I need to use some of these spells out here? So that's why. Because after this, I'll just check with these guys to see if something happened with them. Maybe their memory came back or not. And then I'll do another long rest.
Let's finish this.
Because I know I did not buff anything and all that. That's a bit too danger close. Okay, critical hit. You did a critical hit as well. Damn. Okay. Not bad. I'm gonna have to fire normal arrows. Okay, you have a key.
These boots have seen everything.
Forging success. Did I read this one? Read deception. Yeah. Let me guess. Is that for the lockbox? The key? Or at least you have. And then a lot of books. 173, really? Kinda expected a bit more than that. Right. Arves and Lug.
I have
Are
something
you
to ask.
okay?
I think I should be quite happy living in a tree. Greenery and birdsong all around.
Is there anyone we can go? Anyone who could help?
There must be, you would think. You know, I can swear there is someone, but their name escapes me. Hells, even their face escapes me. A figment of my imagination, perhaps. Oh, it will come back to me. Or not. I'm content enough here, in either case.
What do you remember?
Well, I remember I was sad. But in truth, I'm not quite sure what caused it. I'm not even sure I know what sad is anymore. And I came from that building over there. They were very nice to me, seemed very helpful. Although, for the life of me, I can't recall what I was doing there in the first place.
Right, okay. So I don't think there's any changes in conversation. What about with Lug?
Odd, isn't it? Oh, my parents never sang me lullabies, yet I've got one wormed in my mind. Clear as day.
Right, I was hoping maybe it's gonna be some memory changes. Okay, so yeah, save the Gondians and avenge the drowned. We're gonna go for that one next, or those two, and that's pretty sure is gonna take most of the episode or more. For now,
Not look far to feel the light of Corellin's bright star.
right, okay. I'm gonna do another long rest. See if anything else happens in terms of cutscenes or I don't know, conversations, and then I'll leave it there for this episode, and I'll do everything off screen in terms of buffing
Well,
up,
hello. What can I do for you?
choosing the party
Go ahead.
that I wanna tackle the next part. and all
Soldier.
that.
Is
Okay, you guys have nothing to say. Mizora, probably the same.
You come to speak of the last...
Nah, you're fine. You're not
Yes.
snoring. I'm probably snoring way
Oakfather
worse than
preserve
you.
you.
Minsk, don't worry.
Let's talk.
Okay, Shadowheart.
almost pleasant traveling with.
Okay, nothing new. Let's see if something happens. If a long rest. Slowly but surely we're getting, well, more or less close to the end. I know I have the Haggis, but I wanna use this Smaller ones, if possible. Something like that. So I need a 6. Or 5 and a 1. Or we have 2 3s. What's this? Charming the leg. Right. Anything interesting happening? And the answer is no. Okay. Alright. So that should be it then. I still think I need to.
I wonder what the next move is.
Yeah, I need to get all the healing potions in my inventory, and then I can resplit them and all that. Okay.
Is that blood?
So
No.
I'm gonna have a thought to see who's gonna be the
Nature's servant
team.
awaits.
I don't know.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
And all that, and then see if I need to do any inventory management and all that. Although I did buy this from Nocturne, additional level 4 spell slot, an elixir. So I'll have to see who's gonna use it. I think Shadowheart is gonna sit on the bench
Always nice to be wanted.
for the next part because we finished with her. Here, I don't know. I'll check off screen. But for now, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. I know it's gonna be a bit on the shorter side, maybe even the shortest episode from this playthrough. But yeah, I don't wanna start something that's gonna take a long time and then, you know, cut it abruptly after like 10 minutes after starting it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, guys, and I'll see you next time. But as always, don't forget to take care.